3:30 on Thursday afternoon. It's been like this all day. No matter what out, it's hot, it's murky, it's humid, it's raining now, it's like the sky's crying. So we've had a bit of thunder just before. That's why I'm out here, because I'm expecting lightning soon. I can only see through my camera that dark area there. Is that a flash of lightning? I don't know. But it's only that area there that I can see. I can't see it with the naked eye, only through the camera. So yeah, I was just sitting down doing a food order. So how's everyone going? Doing better than me, I hope. A nice cool breeze. So, for those of you that aren't following the Australian news or the Queensland news, our Premier announced yesterday that by the 18th, so the 17th I think it happens, and the 18th it all kicks in, the unjabbed people are restricted from movement. I was a bit concerned hearing that. Like, we all knew it was happening, it was going to happen, so it wasn't any surprise. Should be grateful that we've held out for as long as we have with minimal lockdowns and protrusion on our lives, but it's starting. And so we've got all that bill stuff happening in Melbourne, we've got that happening there, here. So there's just bullshit everywhere. I went and had a look to see what things are going to impact on my daily life. And I went back and I was like, in the last 6 weeks, last 6 months, all the things I'm going to be restricted in doing by not being jabbed are things that I wouldn't do anyway. You know, I don't go to the museums, I don't go to a library, I don't go to concerts, I don't go to sporting events, I don't go to market stalls, all the things that I can still do. I can still go to the supermarket, I can still go to my local GP, I can still go to the post office, I can still go to the pharmacy, I can still go clothes shopping, I can go to selected retailers, that's where they're a bit ambiguous. So I can still do all the things that I would do on a normal basis now. So it's really not going to impact on my life. I can't go to a cafe, I can't go to a restaurant, I can't go to a hospital unless I'm to see someone that's dying, or I myself am dying, and that's public and private. So I'm going to cancel my private health insurance that I'm paying $350 a month for. So I'm going to can that. So they're going to see all these people bailing out of their the private system. So they might change the tactics then. I haven't rung them yet to tell them. I'm not letting my emotions make decisions for me. I'm going to might wait a month and see what happens. But yeah, so I'm not as annoyed as what I thought I would be. They haven't mentioned anything about whether or not you can go to church. You can't go to a jail. They've told all the things you can't do. They haven't so much said the things that you can still do. So, you know, that's where I think this is only tier 1. Ooh, do you hear that? Bit of thunder up there. It's right up there. And I've got more bugs up there. More bugs up there. But yeah, so we're all trying to get out of the cold weather, the wet weather. It's hot, so it's not cold. So yeah. I'm saying that I think that's stage 1 right now, and she's testing the waters. She's dipping her toe in, as did the Premier in Melbourne. He then introduced this bill, which is happening right now, We're just going to strip everybody's rights away. And if he gets away with that, and if our weak as shit Prime Minister, I know, yes, I agree, Sky, I agree. And if, look at all the birdies trying to get home, and if he gets away with what he is intending to get away with, it just leaves the market open for every other state and territory here in Australia, and that's it. We are fucked. I know we're screwed right now, but we will be fucked. Literally fucked. So, if I were you, I would take your children out of any public schooling. I don't know whether we should start sending letters to the premiers, but by doing that, all you'll do is highlighting who you are. So when it comes time to round us all up, we're the troublemakers, because we're the ones that have been agitators, because we've sent letters to people. And if they let him get away with that shit in Melbourne, it proves to us that they do not care. So by even contacting them, is just highlighting you. It's putting a red flag against your name. Is it a coincidence that this time, earlier this year, and I did a video on it, and I spoke online about it, about the consensus that we had here? And it's like only every 5 years you do the consensus. It happens to be this year, so they knew exactly where everybody was, where you're supposed to be living, how much you earn, what religion you are, what medical conditions you have, whether you need any assistance. They've also made it that if you are part of the NDIS, which is here in Australia, the National Disability Insurance Scheme, so anybody that has any physical, psychological or mental conditions, and if the government was going to help pay for your therapy, your rehabilitation, your treatment, your normal day functioning, your assistance, whether it's helping you clean your house, whether it's taking you to appointments, all this type of stuff, they can't come and see you unless you're jabbed, because they're mandated to be jabbed. So all that support network that you thought was there as part of a taxpayer, as a resident of Australia, is gone. It's poof, it's gone. So you are in that way coerced, manipulated and forced to be vaccinated, so you get what you're entitled to, what you paid all your life in taxes for. So I feel so sorry for people that are on benefits right now that do not have any income outside of the government. You're fucked. I'm sorry, but you're fucked. And I feel really sorry for you. And if I could help you, I would. But as I said, as soon as you put your hand out for somebody, that's drawing attention to you. And that's where, we don't know what they're planning on doing. We don't know, because we're the testing ground. So it's a very, very, very scary times right now. Everyone's just sitting back waiting, anticipating to see what happens. And I don't like it. My father, as you probably know, my father passed away 5 weeks ago. And I look now, I was very sad and upset. But he was so lucky that he went when he did. He's missing all of this. He got to live to a lovely age, die in a peaceful environment with everybody that loves him around him. So he was blessed. He was so fortunate. I don't think anybody today is going to have that privilege that he had. When you can't even go and see your friend down the road. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. You can't, when you can't go to cafes and stuff, you can't even get into a car with other people that are not in your household. Doesn't matter if you're wearing masks, it doesn't matter. You can't even get in that. But you can still go on public transport. How fucking stupid is that? Can't go to the pictures, can't go to the cinemas, can't go to a theatre, can't do anything like that. Oh no, because you might be close to somebody and infect them. But you can get on fucking public transport. I'm having a big rant, and I think I'm entitled to have a rant, because look at this guy. I've been looking at this for 1.5 years, and then I see that they're trying to, Mr. Gates was trying to block the sun. Where is it? It's not here. Hasn't been here for ages. So he wants to spoil us above the ground. He wants to poison us from within, and he wants to isolate us from society and from our family and friends. Well, I say, I have to be careful what I say here, because I do have neighbours here, so I'm moving back so they can't hear me. Isn't it stupid? I'm very compliant normally, but I'm agitated. And, and to hear, and plus it's a better view. So, all I can say is, and, I don't like swearing. I think it's very vulgar and it is not very ladylike. But I say, fuck you. Fuck you assholes. I hope you all rot in hell. Ooh, lightning. Yeah, I got a sign. I'm linked to signs. I've been standing here for 10 minutes I've been ranting on. And the first thing of lightning when I said, fuck you. Thank you. See, I'm getting a message saying I'm on the right path. I may not say thank you, God, and all of this stuff because I haven't been brought up in a religious environment, but I take that as a sign that what I'm saying is justified and I'm righteous. I'm a good person and I don't want to be treated like garbage. So this is telling me, yeah. And you might all think I'm crazy. Well, I am. I'm batshit crazy. I tell everybody that. But anyway, I've had my sign and I'm going to go now and put this online. So tell me what you think. Tell me if you feel how I feel. And I have one question to you. And I meant to post this probably a week ago. And I did it, but so much has happened since then. What do you value more? Your liberty or your life? And don't tell me they're the same thing because they ain't. So let me know. I know what I value more. Bye. It's really coming down now.